Hello, this is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the paper lilac with cardstock paper. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. You could also find the supplies listed below the video along with the template to cut with your Cricut, Silhouette, or other cutting machines. I like to cut small patterns that I need to cut a lot with the Silhouette and their electrostatic mat, where you don't need a sticky mat and don't need to weed any pieces, especially since the lilac. I cut about 60 pieces alternating between the two flower versions that I give you, and about 80 of the third pattern that will be our base of each lilac flower. And the leaves I cut about 12. And you could do more or less of any of these than I suggested. So this electrostatic mat is perfect for the lilac. First, start with the 24 gauge floral wire and cut about 4 inches, and you will need to cut 80 or as many as you want to make. Then I added white floral tape on one end, just floral tape onto itself about 3 to 4 times, and make sure to press it down so it sticks tightly onto the wire. You could also use green floral tape if you don't have white because you won't be able to see the color. Then I use yellow acrylic marker to just color the tip. You could also just use yellow floral tape if you want that, or even yellow tissue paper. This floral tape with yellow tip is only for the flower pieces, and we'll be doing 60 of them, and there will be some extra that won't need this floral tape part. Then take each flower and use this smallest ball shaping tool that I'll be linking below, and I kind of stroke it around the petal and even lines going down the middle to add some texture onto the flowers. Do this to all the flowers, and there are 2 different versions of the flower that I gave you guys that you could also adjust the size by a little bit to make them all vary. Then we have the third pattern that we will be shaping into a cone by connecting the straight side onto where it meets the tips, and there will be this rounded tab on the side that is where we will be adding the glue, and fold over that tab. Then take a stick or this poking tool to open it up and bring back the tips. That is where we'll add the white glue or hot glue. Then add the flower on top so it meets where the tips and the petals meet. Then take the poking tool and poke it through the hole in the center. It should already have a cut to open it up. Then take the floral wire with the white floral tape with the yellow tip and add that into the flower. It should poke through all the way, but only up to where the floral tape is, and you could see it sink into the center of the flower. Then for the buds that we'll be putting on the top of the flower, it'll be with the third pattern, and you could glue it the same way, but instead of opening up the tips, I'll be curling them inwards towards the center so it closes up. Then use another floral wire, but this will be just a loop on the end to catch and anchor, so you don't need the floral tape with the yellow tip on this floral wire. I made about 20 of these. You could do more or less. Some lilacs have these flowers that haven't fully bloomed on the top, so that is what we were trying to mimic here. Then add green floral tape towards the bottom of the pattern and onto the floral wire so you could catch both the flower and the wire together with floral tape. Then continue to finish the rest of the flowers and the buds the same way. You could also make maybe half the amount to just finish the front side. If you want to do a 360-degree of the whole lilac, you will need the 60 flowers and 20 buds, or you can just do half and make the face the front if you are leaving it in a vase that is against a wall, or you can do more if you want it to be fuller and bigger. Once you have a few going, I like to group them up into 3s, so you could also group some of them together first with floral tape. The next part will be the leaves. I made about 20 of these. You can do more or less. Fold it in the middle and curl out the edges to give it some shape. Then get 22 gauge floral wire. It's a little thicker than the floral wire we used for the flowers. Then add glue on the little piece for the back side and sandwich the floral wire with the leaf and the back piece, and make as many as you need of these leaves to make a branch. Then floral tape the bottom about an inch for all the leaves before making it into a branch. Then start floral taping and adding leaves every inch or so down the wire and adding leaves across from each other. I made 2 branches out of the 12 leaves I made. Then start putting together the lilac and start with the buds and start floral taping going down the wire and adding the bud cluster on the top. The lilac has kind of like a cone shape, so it should also start getting wider going down the wire. Once you have the buds, then start adding the flowers. I did make some that are lighter in shade and some darker, and added the lighter flowers first, then added on the bottom with the darker flowers. You could mix and match with the different shades as well. Then I added this thicker floral wire to hold everything up and floral tape a few inches in and added the leaves. I love how vibrant these flowers are, and it's a statement piece, so you could have it as a single stem flower in a vase for your home or as a gift. Make sure to check out my other paper flower templates and tutorials on my site. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.